At that point into our simulated countdown.
Lunchtime, kids! All right! Hello, friends. It's lunchtime.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of The Lunch Break. It's Monday. It's a new week. It's very exciting. Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, I'm wearing a hat with a cat on it, and frankly, it looks great.
It does.
So
you look very handsome.
That's the benefit of that.
The studio
screen.
thinks I look great.
You look meowsing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm starting early.
It's good. It's good. I'm your host, Zach Lewis. I'm joined in studio with Anna Xavier and Christina Romero. Christina, welcome back to the show.
Back.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long
People
time.
are calling you Tina now?
Yeah.
We're going to get to
Tina.
that.
Let's go with it.
I want to talk about that. We also have Matt in the control room.
Yo, what's up?
Matt, how's it going?
Good.
Thanks for getting
Matt.
everything going.
Feels
no
like
problem.
it's been a lifetime of you being in the control room. So
It's been a while.
likes the
It's been
control.
a little bit. I like it in here.
It's good stuff. I do too, honestly.
away
It's
from
cozy.
home.
But I wanted to break out into the studio today for our first guest. She is an author. Oh.
I know. I'm just trying to help you get the puns going.
She is an author, a filmmaker, a speaker, a producer, a content creator, a social media star. She is all things punny. Jessica Spawn, the Instagram cat mom. Welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be on today.
Thanks for joining us.
It's the holidays, so I really wanted to come out and say hi again.
It's been a minute since you've been here. Yeah.
I know, right? Last time it was about my film. This time we're talking about my book.
It's
So,
true. Yeah.
The Christmas Kitten.
please raise it up to
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera.
Did
Yeah, you have a copy of it.
I do.
I love it.
The Christmas Kitten. And you know what? Actually, the cover's awesome, but so are the illustrations. I'm just going to like pop out. And
Please
flip
do.
Yeah, I
through
was
the,
looking at the book earlier. It's just so adorable.
That is really
Well,
good.
my
looking.
illustrator Benjamin Vincent is amazing. I'm meowsing, and I'm trying really hard to talk him into getting on board with my next book.
Oh, Lord.
So
Where's
we'll
me
see.
from?
Oh wow.
Was that me?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
Technically, it was me.
I like just extra participation by the randomness that we just had.
That's right.
Yes.
It feels like extra people are in here with us. I love it.
So you were last on with us in June. Nobody
Yeah.
fact checked that.
It was about
Just assume it was
Celebricats,
June.
the film.
Yes, it was about
Yeah.
Celebricats.
Yep, that's done well.
What have you been doing since? then?
So since then, I've been just traveling a lot with
Yeah.
my book and films. The prior film, Instagram Cat Mom, was just picked up by New York Cat Film Festival. It's
Wow.
a thing.
Nice.
It's touring 40 cities next year,
Congrats.
so it's going to come around to a lot of you guys' places. So whenever it's local, go.
Yeah.
So you're talking about your book being selected within kind of like the realm
Oh.
of authors
Yes.
that were self-published and
Yes, and I competed actually against publishers and self-published, which I'm self-published, and it was an International Book Award finalist.
Congrats.
Which is an honor, and the only thing I submitted it for. So next time I'm submitting my books to
Yeah.
much more things.
so
love
well, congrats.
I want to
That's
put
great.
like more stickers on my books. It just makes it look more legit.
Right, you can't even see
it
the cover.
It adds a little credibility. Yeah, no cover, just stickers. All the award stickers. Forget the cover.
On that note, let's talk about kind of the holiday seasons here,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you were talking about you're partnering with an organization.
I do. Yeah, I help out with cat matchers, which they match cats with homes locally. And then actually, I'm not partnering with her, but I love her. So Kitten Lady, I wanted to mention her because I met her recently at a Snowcats.
I was going to ask about
convention.
Snowcats.
Woo,
Yeah,
woo.
because I
I
don't know what
totally
that
had my
is.
little vendor badge because it was like the
Ooh,
coolest event of the entire year, and I went to like at least 7.
Where was
So
this?
Wow.
This was in Denver, and this was the inaugural one. So they're gonna have like multiple ones in different cities next year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hopefully be at all of them,
Yeah.
doing films and book stuffs and whatever. So.
I dig that. What
Yeah.
is-
So Kitten Lady, I wanted to
Yes.
say one quick thing.
Yeah.
She is amazing because she rescues orphan cats, which is what my book's about. and she teaches people how to make little homes in the winter for the stray cats and the feral cats to keep them warm.
So kind of a DIY
Yes,
boxes
yeah.
for kittens.
Yeah,
So they're not going to cold.
Yeah, so they stay warm in the winter. So
Yeah.
she's a really sweet gal. So if you guys don't know how to do that, go to her page, kittenlady.org.
I
Yeah.
want to know now. I want to spend the
Kittenlady.org.
rest of my like winterdom
Yeah.
making these little homes.
I
for
know.
kittens.
A
That's so
part of me
cute.
was like, I want to spend the rest of my winter making kittens home for my size. I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought
For
that's
your
what you were going to say, because it sounds great.
Oh, that would be kind of fun to just go in and wait for the cat to snuggle with you.
Oh my gosh!
It's like it's like another version of the cat cafe,
Yes.
but different.
DIY style.
snuggle box.
Your cat
a
card box.
snuggle
Yeah.
box.
There you go.
Cardboard box.
There we go.
Jessica-
We can rebrand it.
Jessica, you've been speaking.
I have
You're
been speaking
now.
Yes, yeah, I'm
What's
speaking.
that like?
My voice is tired.
All right, fair. Sure, I get that.
It's fun. I'm actually a Toastmasters member as well. And
Nice.
technically the VP of membership for my group. And then I vanished for the month. So I think I'm still on the board.
A subtle, humble brag. I love it.
Well,
yeah,
I
perfect.
mean, I dive in head first when I get
Sure.
involved with things.
What's your topic? What are you talking about?
So actually, I'm not sure at all what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm speaking in May, so I have time.
All right. Well.
Yeah, thank God. I know.
Yeah.
That's
Wow,
why.
that would have been. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, but it's tomorrow. I'm
All
just
right.
kidding.
Well, I'm sure it'll be cat related, right?
Oh, well, it's at the Cat Writer Association,
Oh,
so it's
okay.
absolutely going to be filled with puns.
Gotcha.
And I think actually what the topic they want me to talk about is like the internet, Instagram, and how to manage the stuff I do and the stuff I make fun of. So.
How is social media lately? Because I
It's
mean, that's where
excellent.
you really got your kickoff, Instagram, right?
Instagram and the film Instagram Cat Mom.
Yeah.
It's going really well. And it's a fun fact. I've been working on that script for a couple of years that kind of pokes fun at the Cat Video Festival world.
Yeah.
I've now acquired the option rights as the producer to make it. So,
Congrats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'll
That's
be
cool.
looking for investors in the next, I have 2 years to make the film and then 2 additional years that I can purchase the option. So
Wow.
hopefully I'll be on doing that sometime, talking
Sure.
about that film.
I love
You
it.
never know.
I want to talk about your book.
Yeah.
I've heard rumblings.
Rumblings.
Jessica.
Right. Oh,
that
there
there's-
are rumblings.
There's something else going on. There's
all
another
kinds of stuff.
project.
Oh, there are more.
Can you talk
this
about
is a
that? Is that
series.
not-
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
My next book's called The Veterans Day Kitten.
Ooh.
I know, and I'm going to tackle this the veteran. That's a lot of 30-something veterans that I think are being a little bit overlooked right now.
Sure.
So I want to focus kind of on that age range.
Uh-huh.
As far as the character in my book. And so basically, it's a war hero and an abandoned kitten find hope and healing through an unexpected encounter on Veterans Day.
That's adorable.
So yeah, it's going to kind of help the man find purpose by helping the cat, and the cat learn to trust the human again.
Aw.
Is the gist. But
It's a great time to work on it because Veterans Day was November
yeah,
19th.
It's been on my, and it's
so you
funny.
got some time.
Yeah,
before it comes
I have
back around.
time.
Yeah.
because it's about solid 6 months. And once I get my illustrator on board,
Yeah.
Benjamin Vincent. I'm just kidding.
Shout out
Shout
at
out
Benjamin Vincent. Yeah.
Vincent calling on my illustrator. Actually, I have to finish it first.
Yeah.
Actually, on that note, I'm just curious. Now, you create a story.
Yeah.
And so he has to illustrate it.
Yeah.
So how is the process behind, do you create a storyline for a storyboard
Kind
for
of,
him?
yeah. So what we
Okay,
did
how does
last
it
time
work?
was we met in person. I don't know if this is normal, but again, I dive in head first. So in an hour and a half, we hammered out an entire draft of the book.
Wow.
I kind of knew
Wow.
exactly what I wanted. I had sat there and pieced out like the wording and kind of knew the images that I would like to see. So I stick figured them. And then I
enough.
brought that. And then he created a rudimentary kind of like he's a
sketch.
character artist, so he could draw really fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, he sketched out 32 pages, I guess. We ended up with 34 illustrations in the end. But that I highly doubt that that's the normal process, and that's another reason why I'm going to give him a lot more time this time. I was like,
Wink, wink.
I put yeah. Well, we'll find out. I'm overly ambitious sometimes, but things always work out on the deadlines that I set.
Yeah.
People might not just enjoy the journey sometimes, and then they're happy later.
So what's coming up in 2019? What's the plan?
I mean, all kinds of stuff. The next book's coming out hopefully.
Uh-huh.
You're
You're gonna be speaking in May.
Yeah, I'm speaking.
Uh-huh.
The film, working in the feature film.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I'd like to just start taking on more speaking engagements and really, because my heart's to motivate people and inspire them to go after their dreams.
Sure.
Also, I've I've been working on my own book. That's kind of the journey the last 2 years, starting my life
I didn't
over.
know that, actually. Color me surprised.
Yeah, so there's a surprise. So when I got divorced 2 years ago, I started journaling a lot about the dating, because that's funny. There's a lot of funny things that happen.
Oh, yeah.
On dates.
A lot of wacky things happening in the dating world, yes.
Tracking devices and whatnot.
Sure. Follow on Instagram for more.
Yeah, for more information. Girls, be careful out there.
That's right.
But seriously, I've got a lot of funny stories. So I'm going to do a book. I think I'm going to call it Made from Scratch. In my head, it's a pink cover with like claw marks because it's going to be branding. It's all
I like that.
cat.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm going to call it an undercat story.
Nice.
Like an underdog story.
I get it. Yeah, no, totally.
And it's going to be like dating, dreaming, and doing the impossible.
Ooh.
So I can encourage people like how I started my business from scratch, I started it after the divorce, tackling getting an LLC, the name, just like all the complicated stuff, but in a really light-hearted, funny, fun manner. So
starring alliteration, daring,
Sounds
dating,
exciting.
and doing the impossible.
Impossible.
So also just, I guess we have to just touch on the fact that you rebranded and now people can find you at
just
one place.
under my name.
Oh, really?
Let's just hear
I
it
got
now.
a whole, I have another website.
Where have I been?
I don't know.
Gosh,
You don't follow me like every day. I'm just kidding. You're busy.
I'm
I
so
get
busy
it.
hosting shows,
I know,
Jessica.
I know.
This is me.
I
yeah,
know.
you see.
I love your show. I follow your show.
Thanks.
And Jeff Curley's the best, so come on. We
that's
love
true.
him.
Yeah.
So, no, Jessica Spawn, SPAWN.com. Super simple. So it's like all my engagements are on there, like, not engagements, but
Speaking engagement.
speaking.
You gotta keep up with the puns,
Speaking
folks. Yeah,
of-
it's good.
And
Yeah.
or book signings or whatever's happening, film festivals, wherever I'm going to be, which depends if you want people to know that, but I guess it is what it is when you're public.
Sure. Yeah.
True.
But yeah, it's just simple. So you can find my films on there, my books on there. It's just like I'm now consolidating everything to just my name.
I dig it.
I was running too many sites.
That's brand synergy, Jessica.
It's
That's what that is.
exhausting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I'm not sure. It feels weird to make it about me, but it kind of is me, the
Well,
creator.
you are the element that connects it all,
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
I'm like, this just makes sense.
Sure.
Justmyname.com. You'll find me.
Wonderful.
I am curious because you mentioned before we started the show, Jessica Cat. How much
Jessica.
thought did you put into that before you're like, no, I should go with my name? Like,
Well, actually, when I got divorced, you can change your name. Well,
Okay.
because that's
free.
It's your past. Like,
Oh, yeah.
while
they
you're going through a
throw you a
divorce.
name change?
Well,
Because normally it costs money, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get a pass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because technically, Spawn was not my original name.
Okay.
But I kept it because it's too cool. Come on, I mean,
It's a cool name.
it's a cool name.
It
I'm
is.
keeping it forever.
It rolls off the tongue.
Right.
It does.
Yeah.
But they were like, and I was like, I could go with Jessica, and my lawyer's like, no. Don't
What
do
does
it.
he
So
know?
he's like,
Yeah, come
he's
on.
like, you're gonna regret that one day. And I'm
Whatever.
like, but will I?
Yeah. I bet
Probably.
he was invited to all the parties in law school.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. He was a really popular
Jessica.
guy.
Oh my gosh. Well, before we let you go, because we should get to other stuff, I guess.
Yeah, no,
I guess I
that
have-
chick out there is really
we need to do
cool.
that.
That musician,
Yeah,
I love
I was
her.
gonna say she's been in the
Is it
background
her?
back there, so yeah.
She's really cool. No,
Harper.
she already, I signed a book for her.
Oh, did you really?
And I gave her little cookie cutters. They're
You have
for me.
cookie cutters?
I brought them for you guys
I would
too.
love
You
They're
brought them for
one.
us?
Yeah, so you guys can make your cat
Thanks.
shake
Aw.
sugar cookies.
Wow.
I already made
This
mine
is
this
so
year, so I
sweet.
can't bring you
Thank
guys
you.
any like I
Thanks.
like
Yeah,
to
watch
do.
out. We're gonna have pumpkin spice
Yeah.
cat cookies
Oh
in the office. So,
yeah, and
yeah.
they're so messy and so much fun to make.
They're
And they have
very
you by the
cool.
little eyes now and
Yeah.
stuff. I get crazy with.
Awesome.
You've seen them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Follow
so.
at wait. Before I just give it away, where can people find you on Instagram? Where are you at? Tell us what's going on in your life.
I mean, I guess really just my name now. I'm still Instacat Mom on Instagram.
Okay.
The main page,
Right.
but I'm still trying to again. I've got like
Yeah, merge
I've got like
all the
5
brands.
pages. I've
Right.
got same with Facebook. I'm like, okay, I just need to just Jessica Spawn. I'm going
Yep.
like public figure. Like just keep it simple. Simplifying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time if I'm trying to create all this stuff to also run all my stuff.
Yeah, it's tough between casting a wide net versus like just having the one kind
Honing.
of channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've decided that I'm just a storyteller.
Okay.
And that is my focus. Because people are like, you need to pare it down. And I'm like, I really don't. Because I like being busy and doing all these other things,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, you just under one big umbrella.
Yeah, storyteller.
Awesome.
And then it can be a book or a film or a speech, you know?
Well, thanks for joining us
Thanks
and
for
telling
having
your
me,
story.
Al.
Yeah, I appreciate. Oh my god, I can't keep up. I can't do it, guys.
I mean, I know. It's
All
fun,
right.
though.
Well, we should let you go.
Okay.
Coming up next on the show, we're going to have Harper Grace, who's been in the background of Jessica's shot this whole time. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to having her in. Jessica, thanks again for joining us. We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me,
Oh,
Al.
and where can people find the book?
Amazon.
Amazon.
The Christmas Kitten.
Amazon.com. The
Super
Christmas Kitten.
simple.
Get yourself a copy. It's a great gift.
Super easy.
We'll be right back with more of Lunch Break right after this.
Thank you. Totally helps to tell people where to buy that.
Let's hear you sing.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to sing an original that I wrote.
Perfect.
Got a gun loaded and he don't even know it, but I'm about to go sell him out. Shooting hot pink signs on poles and power lines, covering every single inch of this town. And then I'll go back, relax, a lawn chair, feet up. Yeah, I got price tags, trash bags, full of his stuff. I'm having a yard sale. Everything must go, I'll give you a good deal. On a 67 phone, if it's got a sticker on it, it's as good as gone. Call it Heartbreak Retail. I'm having a yard sale.
That's a really well-written song. I mean,
Going
to Hollywood.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. That's a yes from me.
That's a yes for me.
It's a yes
Wait,
from
can you
me.
just delete?
Welcome back to the lunch break.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse my
Whoopsies.
distraction from that awesome video. That's a clip from American Idol. For anybody who doesn't know, isn't familiar with the show, of course.
Which, where have you been? If
Where
you don't know what American
have
Idol
we
is,
been?
The big old sign behind me, which says the title of the
Yes,
show.
Yeah.
that,
You might
that,
not have
and the
known.
sticker on it. For anybody who's not aware, welcome back to the lunch break. I'm Zach Lewis. I'm with Anna Xavier and Christina Romero. Matt in the booth. I'm just making that guy switch all over.
Yeah,
we
I'm
are
sorry.
in studio with the person who was the feature on that video, Hannah. Welcome to the show. Harper.
It's okay.
My
Harper,
God,
Hannah.
all morning I
okay.
tried to get it right.
It's
I was
totally
like, I'm
fine.
gonna get it. I
Hannah,
know it.
Harper, anything you want to call me, it's totally
Harper Grace,
fine.
welcome to the show. Excuse my
Any H name, really, so you're good.
rock on. Well, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So how did this all work? How did you get to this show? Because
How did I get on
we have a producer now who helps us find guests, and she gave me so much information about you. I didn't write any of it down, so I'm very excited to talk about
I
it.
did.
Yeah,
So
okay.
good.
So
she's taking notes. She's
Anna
prepared.
knows.
Yeah.
You were on American Idol.
Yes, sir.
When was that?
That was last season.
Oh gosh.
Was this
First season.
April or?
I don't remember the exact time that I went to audition, but that was like it was the first season on ABC, so it was season 1 of American Idol. Yeah, it was really really awesome. I actually didn't wait in the whole line. I didn't go out and want to be like, hey, let me audition for American Idol.
wow.
So a producer actually reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, you need to audition for Idol. And I was like, nah, like I'm good. I don't really want to do that. I don't know if y'all are familiar with my story with the anthem, but that was a story that happened when I was 11 years old, was viral, worst national anthem ever. the whole world kind of hated me for that. That's a whole nother story itself.
No, not familiar with that story, but maybe we'll get to that.
I guess we were gentle and didn't want to play because even American Idol actually has your clip in the beginning. You can see Harper singing it, and then they transition into her on the show.
Yeah.
So we were gentle in this.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I talk about it all the time, but that it kind of it's a major point of my story. And with Idol and everything that I'm doing now, that was definitely something that had to happen, and it did, and it's a great addition to what's happening now. But yeah, so I was known as the worst national anthem girl, but I selfishly didn't want to put myself back out there for Idol, so I told the lady that I did not want to audition.
Which is a fair statement.
Yeah, right. But I love her to death. I call her, she's like my sister now. Her name is Shay. She's so adorable. She really helped me a lot through the Idol process. But I was like, man, this lady's like really hardcore annoying, because she would continue to just message me and be like, hey, I think you need to audition. Like, you need to audition. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to. So then she sends me the date. She says, your audition's tomorrow at blah, blah, blah time. And I was like, lady, I told you I did not want to go. Like, I said no.
Wow.
But I'm a really faith-based person, so I made sure that it was really something that I felt called to do. So I have a prayer closet at home, and I spend lots of time up in there. But I was there for, my mom said, 4.5 hours, just in constant prayer, saying like, Lord, if you really want me to do this, like, you're gonna have to straight up say yes or no. And so that's like, it was really cool, because the Lord kind of met me there, and I was like, okay, God, looks like I'm gonna have to do it and have to go. So yeah, I was in there for 4.5 hours waiting. And then I ended up doing Idol, making it to top 50, and then went back on the finale, where I got to sing the song I auditioned with, which you just saw was Yard Sale. I wrote that song. And then I sang that on the finale and released my music video the night of the finale. So it was just a complete full circle. It was really amazing. Great experience.
Not to bury the lead here, but I just want to make sure we cover this. 4.5 hours in a prayer closet. Like a walk-in? You got a duvet in there? Like, what are we talking? What does that look like?
Okay, so we moved, but I had a prayer closet in my old house. But basically, I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie War Room. It's one of my favorites. But it's basically, I have a bulletin board, and it's in one of my closets. I have one side that doesn't have any clothes on it. It's just a big old bulletin board with all these little prayers stuck on it, and just notes and scripture and different stuff like that. And I have
is that the one that you took to the show?
That's my dream board.
Your dream board.
So that's different. I've never taken out my prayer board.
Right.
But it's just in there, easier to not poke holes in the wall. But it's just poking hole through the bulletin board. You know. But then I have like a little blanket and a little pins and stuff in there. So it's just a little place where it's a closet. So it's just my little war room. That's where I talk to the Lord a lot. But yeah, so that's kind of what that looks like.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd like to just touch on where you're talking about the video. You were talking about that kind of inspire you to go through an anti-bullying foundation to create one.
Yeah. So
tell us a bit about that.
So after the anthem, it was kind of cool, because not only did I mean, people call me crazy for saying it was cool, but I mean, I was severely bullied in all different types of ways. Not only the cyberbullying, it got really bad to where people were saying online that the reason, like, this is why abortion should be legal, and I'm going to murder you, just because they thought that I purposely desecrated the anthem. And so
why would anyone think you were 11, right?
I was 11, yeah. It's crazy.
Okay.
Anna, this is America. People take this stuff real serious.
Yeah, real serious.
Yeah, wow. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, but I not only got cyberbullied basically by the whole world. I was a top story in like Belgium and China and like all this stuff.
Wow.
As the worst national anthem ever. And I got, physically bullied at school. I was shoved into half-size lockers. I had kids throwing their like deodorant sticks at me, and a boy literally physically tried to beat me up in school. So it was crazy, because I experienced every single type of bullying that there is known, like physical, cyber, mentally, emotional, everything.
Wow.
But it's amazing, because when I started this program called I Have a Voice, it's where I go into different schools, and I'm picking it back up this year, going to do all the Texas schools. But it's nice going in as a kid their age, really truly knowing exactly how they feel. And I think it's cool how the Lord had allowed me to go through all different types of bullying, because not only can I relate to the people that are getting cyberbullied, but I have a way to connect with everyone and all types of stuff, and just really try to help them figure out how to navigate their way through what it feels like. And so that's why I decided to go into the schools and be able to talk and share, because it's different when they have different people, like older people go in and say, don't bully, like go to your counselor, blah, blah, blah. But those just don't really ever work. I remember growing up and listening to that. And I only went to public school 5th and 6th grade. The rest of the way I was homeschooled. But I remember sitting there and like listening to these people, and it's like, okay, like, yeah.
You can't relate.
You can't relate at all. So I think it's such an impact. And that's why it's placed on my heart, because I know how much it means to the kids whenever I'm 17. So I was 11 at the time, going in talking to little middle schoolers, and now I'm being able to do middle school and high school, but going in at their age and saying like, I know how you feel, like you can talk to me, that was a big impact then. And I think it's definitely gonna be a lot bigger now because of how the anthem took me to Idol, and now Idol is taking me to much different places. So it's just a really good redemption story is what they were calling it. So yeah, that's why.
You were talking about doing a tour. Are you just talking, singing? What will that entail?
So what it looks like is it's a presentation. So basically, when I go into these schools, I talk about, the Anti-Bullying Foundation. I have a PowerPoint where I describe each different types of bullying, and then I actually talk about the celebrities that have been bullied, like Christina Aguilera and Jackie Chan and all these people that have insane, careers now, and you would have never known that they had gone through all this stuff. So I really break that down and say, like, like these people have also been bullied. And then at the very end, I sing a couple songs and I do a meet and greet. And then that weekend, I'll also do a end of the week show somewhere at a different venue. So I'll sing more. But the schools, it's mostly a 45-minute presentation, and then I sing like 3 or 4 songs, and then they look forward to going to like the concert part of it later on. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like.
That's the way you're doing it, as in like in a young person's perspective, because it's kind of like, we're talking about serious stuff, but I'm gonna give you entertainment. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
so it's
nice.
like, for sure, people are motivated to go to see you, to hear your story, and to hear you sing.
Yeah, no high school kid or even middle school can just like sit there and watch a guy or a woman just do a presentation and be like, don't bully other kids, and then the kid's like, okay, whatever. Yeah, like, let me go steal that kid's lunch money. That doesn't happen anymore, but like, let me go Instagram. I don't know. But yeah, so I think it's a nice little flowing presentation. So I'm excited to pick that back up this year.
You're from Capel originally, right? So when you're speaking, I know you're primarily in Texas, but I mean, are you all over, just North Texas? Are you out of state? I mean, where are you going?
Yeah, so I was going, my tour from before was in Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
I did a couple of schools in Connecticut. I'll be doing that again this year. But right now, I'm not in contact with any of the other schools like outside of Texas. So I'm trying to be able to reach that, but right now it's just based in Texas for now. But hopefully we'll be able to branch that, because I'm going back to Connecticut again this year to do it again. But yeah, we're trying to get different states.
Okay. So. I don't want to like delve too much into this, but I'm just thinking, people out there listening. What is the sign up process? Is it a school that reaches out through your website? Is that through your agent? How does that work?
So I do all of my own like booking and everything. I plan everything for myself. So if anyone's listening now and is in the school district or anything like that, I have all social media. So basically people would just book it through my Facebook Messenger or my Instagram or stuff like that. But I'm doing all of the reaching out to different schools right now and booking it myself. So, but if anyone's listening and they want to be like, hey, I work at a school, come and sing it, I'll be like, okay, I'll come. But yeah, so I'm kind of doing it myself.
I dig it.
Thank you.
I don't mean to. This part's always awkward for me. You brought an instrument.
I did bring an instrument. Hello.
You did bring one. Yeah. I never know a good way to transition into that. Like play for us, please. Yeah. Would you mind? I'm not sure what you want to.
I can help with the transition.
Okay,
I just want to say I think it is an amazing thing that you had such a horrible experience, but you kept going and you kept going with your dream, and you're such a role model for everybody. So that's a really cool thing, and now you can play for us and show us how your voice and your talents helped you pursue your dream. I love it.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
Matt, how's that camera angle? Looking good?
Oh yeah, we're good.
I'm just trying to figure out if I should move another mic to the guitar.
No, I think it'll pick up.
I
Okay.
can't hear.
Right?
Yeah, I think we can hear it.
So what are you playing, Harper?
I am going to play, since it is Christmas time.
It is
around the time of the Christmas.
Sure, 'tis the season.
Tis the season.
Yuletide greetings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow, why did that take me so long
Takes
to
a
think of
second.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Christmas. So yes, I wrote a Christmas song when I was back in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's called Christmas Time Around Here. So I thought I might as well just sing a little
Please
Christmas
do,
song.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Snow is falling down real hard tonight. Mistletoe hung in lights are shining oh so bright. The candles are in the window, mistletoe hanging so low. Everyone in the kitchen singing ho ho ho. Logs are on the fire and Daddy's on the couch. Can't hear a sound, not even a mouse. Laying out some food for the reindeer. Magnet on the door stuck to my wish list. Mama's apple pie sitting in the fridge brings us all together once a year. Must be Christmas time round here. Oh, oh, Christmas time round here. Oh, oh. We all gather round that evergreen, sing a couple carols up and down the street. If Santa ain't playing hooky, he'll come and get his milk and cookies. With magic stirred up in your heart, go to sleep and close your eyes. Logs are on the fire and Daddy's on the couch. Can't hear a sound, not even a mouse. Laying out some food for the reindeer. Magnet on the door stuck to my wish list. Mama's apple pie sitting in the fridge brings us all together once a year. Must be Christmas time round here. Oh, oh, Christmas time round here. Oh, oh. If you don't believe, there won't be nothing under that tree. So if you don't believe, there won't be nothing under that Christmas tree. Logs are on the fire and Daddy's on the couch. Can't hear a sound, not even a mouse. Laying out some food for the reindeer. Magnet on the door stuck to my wish list. Mama's apple pie sitting in the fridge brings us all together once a year. Must be Christmas time round here. Oh, oh, Christmas time round here. Oh, oh, must be Christmas time round here.
Yeah!
Wow!
Well done.
Dang!
So well flanked.
Color me impressed. Harper, how can people find your music? Where can people find you? How do we get connected? What's going on in your life?
Everything is under Harper Grace XO. I guess it's XO. Yes.
Oh,
yeah. So everything's on music platforms, social media forums, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify
Love
for
it.
sure.
All
Yes.
right.
I know, that's what I use all the time. So yeah, I have 2 singles out right now. I have Yard Sale, the one that I auditioned with on Idol.
Yes.
And then I have New King James, which is another song that I wrote. And also this coming year, we're having a lot of new music come out. So one of the ones I'm really excited about is a song called Flirt On. And that will be my next single after I release Rest in Peace, which was another one I did on the show. But
I dig it.
Yeah.
If we get copyright flagged for using your music, can you help us out?
I got you. I got you.
Cool.
I don't
Just
think
wanna
it'll
make
happen,
sure.
but I think we're good.
I'll take this clip and send it to whoever catches us.
Yes.
Like, hey, she
Yeah,
said it
and
was
I'll be like,
cool.
I
come
got
on.
it. It's fine.
Cool.
They can use my music. We're
I
good.
dig it. Well, Harper, thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah,
I really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah.
Of course.
Coming up next on the lunch break, an iPhone saves a woman's life, and Marvel has their own Iron Man, or something kind of like Iron Man. We'll talk about it. We'll get to that more coming up on the lunch break. Stick around, gang. Thanks. Harper, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
界占下的因，由你来承受苦果。
你和阳间勇士分离和紫霞有何关系？为什么？
我需要你的帮助。
难道我连自己的生死我都控制不了？
杨戬，跟我。
什么？你和紫霞就能自由下来？和我的金州
就要永远被拆散吗？
任何事情，
杀了母后的紫霞就没有错了。
在杨戬的藏身之处有一个巨大的设备，不排除他掌握复活夏星球的技术。
欢迎你进入我的游戏。
Wow.
All right.
Oh, wow, we're back.
Welcome back.
We're back.
Are we back to the show?
Like right now?
Like right now,
Yes.
we're back.
Oh,
to the show.
good. Hi. Yeah,
Good
welcome back
timing.
to the lunch break. I'm
Good
your host,
timing.
Zach Lewis, and I'm completely ready to get started. I'm sitting here, of course, with Anna Xavier on camera 2 now, exclusively, and Christina Romero on the end. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tina Romero.
Tina.
Are we
She
really-
rebranded.
I don't know. What do
Hold
we
on.
think? What do we think?
Real talk for a second. Yeah, how far are we going with Tina? Like, should I
Tina
really just start
R.
addressing you as that? Or
I
like,
mean, Zach's child. I mean, not Zach. Josh's child.
Yes.
You're Zach.
Yeah.
Josh's child
Josh's
calls
child.
me Tina, and
Destiny's
I feel
child.
Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's I don't know. I like it.
Okay.
It's easier to say.
I dig that.
What do you think, interwebs?
I think they're in.
anyone's
I think
listening.
they're in agreement. I would
Sweet.
imagine.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
Tina R, like, you know,
Tina R.
Tina R, Tina R.
Xtina.
Tina R. This sounds horrible. But now I'm going to be like, hey, Tina R, what's up?
Tina R. You can go with like hot nicknames like Tina Dactyl. It's the best I could come up with.
Tina
off the top of
Dactyl.
my head.
Dactyl?
Yeah. It's easy because my sister's name is Tara and she always called Tara
Tinosaurus
Dactyl.
Rex.
Oh.
Tinosaurus Rex.
What?
Okay.
All right. I can dig
Easy,
that. I can
easy
dig that.
Tinosaurus. So our first.
Fushtina. Like fuchsia. Fushtina. Love it.
Our first story after Harper Grace, who was tremendous, by the way. Check her out on Spotify, Harper Grace XO. Marvel has its own Iron Man kind of thing. If you were paying attention during the break,
Yeah,
Matt ran
China.
a trailer for that, right?
Yes, I did. We can roll it again, by the way, if we wanted to actually pay attention to it.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
It's up
Yeah,
to you
I
guys.
I was trying to watch it because whatever was going on was real neat. All right, let's see
Yeah.
it. Please.
占下的因，由你来承受苦果。
你和阳间勇士分离和紫霞有何关系？为什么？
我需要你的帮助。
难道我连自己的生死我都控制不了？
杨戬，跟我。
什么？你和紫霞就能自由下来？和我的金州
就要永远被拆散吗？
任何事情，
杀了母后的紫霞就没有错了。
在杨戬的藏身之处有一个巨大的设备，不排除他掌握复活夏星球的技术。
欢迎你进入我的游戏。
Hold on.
All right.
Yeah.
This is completely unrelated. Was that the Aquaman theme from the Aquaman trailer?
Was it? It may have been.
Can you do me a solid
Maybe.
and pull the Aquaman
I'll see if I
trailer?
can find that real quick.
No,
Yes.
no lie. I'm pretty sure that's almost the same
It
music.
sounds familiar,
Because I've
yeah.
seen
It
that
does.
trailer so many times. First, that looks an awful lot like Power Rangers, which is rad. Super Sentai is over there. And I know Iron Man, I think, came before Power Rangers, but I dig the mashup thing. It's a little sleeker than Iron Man. Iron Man's a little clunky. He's
Yeah.
very American, very red, white, and blue. And that's a little bit like trimmed down.
Yeah, so
smooth
I
those
was
edges
I was
out.
doing a little reading about it, and apparently it's based off of an old Chinese legend, like the Monkey King, which is where like Dragon Ball Z comes from, and
Yeah.
it's a very, very ancient legend, and they've just kind of updated it with now he's got an Iron Man suit, and I think that's kind of I think that's kind of fascinating.
At the same time,
yes.
one person over there looked like that they had the suit from Oh my gosh, Wakanda. What am I?
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh, I could say that.
Definitely very Marvel inspired. The fact is, superhero movies have invaded everything, for better or worse, and clearly foreign markets are not foreign to that. They know what's up, and they're cashing in on it. And for what it's worth, like, superhero movies are so similar nowadays. Like, I would argue this is different enough. Like, I'd roll with it. I'd go see this movie. Like, why? It looks kind of neat. Why not? Sure.
I didn't really see the differences other than that it was in a different language, obviously, and created in a different place. But I would still see it because
this one's based on a Monkey King, so there's
yeah, but there's no reference for bananas.
I have no idea if this is the correct music, but this is some Aquaman trailer music.
That is not the music I was talking about.
Similar.
I'll find it somewhere. Maybe after the show. Like, I'll do it back and forth.
You'll hop on the comments.
I could swear, because when it started playing, I was like, man, they ripped that music right out of Iron Man. Like, it sounds like Iron Man. Aquaman's really close.
May I say that? I mean, with the future and the idea of moving forward with technology and robots and stuff like that, I guess this is just going to become the norm, right? Where the future involves a lot of flying robots or humanoid robot-esque things. I guess that's just pretty much what's coming, right? I mean, you see robots taking over movies at some point, every single movie. You know, like most recent ones, should I say. So I'm not surprised, you know, it's not really like Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's just a man in a suit. That makes itself.
Yeah, and those movies are tremendous over in China. That's where they make most of their money, believe it or not. They're a real big hit over there. Christine and I were talking about it over the weekend. What does the post-superhero world look like for film? Because at some point, it's going to die out. Like, we're going to get bored and we're going to move on to something else. And, like, I don't know what's next because it's, like, so... everything that movies are right now are superhero movies and comic book movies. Like, there's like 4 that come out a year. There's multiple studios making these things. Disney made $7 billion in 2018, and a lot of that was due to superhero movies. These things are nominated for Best Picture at the Academy. Well, probably the Academy Awards, definitely the Golden Globes. They're a big deal. So when you see things like this, like, it's tough for me to be like, oh, that's a total ripoff. They shouldn't make that. Somebody should sue. Like, it's kind of, you know, it's all relative, I guess.
Yeah.
I think. I didn't really have a point there. I just wanted you all to know how I felt about superhero movies. Any other thoughts?
Here we go. Maybe this.
Hold on. That's it. Yep. Uh-huh. Go down. Wait. Uh-huh. Okay, now go back to that other trailer.
All right, hold on.
I'm telling you. You guys are going to be like, no, I don't
we're gonna figure this out.
Everybody's going to think I'm
Similar,
stupid.
if anything.
Does
advance it a little bit?
Yeah.
Hear it.
Hold on. Wait for the music to kick in.
在杨戬的藏身之处有一个巨。
Wait, you hear the kind of beat going.
欢迎你进入我的游戏。
Come on.
Here we go.
Wait. And then it repeats the beat.
I think it is.
Wait.
It's definitely close.
It's really
close.
Extremely close.
It's real close to the Aquaman theme. Why isn't Twitter talking about that? They're so visual. That's all they've got going for them.
I'm almost thinking that these section of the show now almost looks like when someone takes a country song and overlaps that with like hit
Oh, sure.
country songs.
I'm into
great.
that. Our next story, Netflix is testing out this new thing. We should talk about this. I know I was going to talk about an iPhone saving a woman's life, but really at the end of the day, that just feels like an ad for Apple, so I'm going to move right past it. Thank you, Apple.
Good job,
thanks for saving somebody's life. Well done. Could have done it with a Pixel, but it's fine.
For the amount of people that died from taking selfies.
Our next story, Netflix is testing an instant replay feature that lets you rewatch crucial scenes, but users are saying it's distracting and obnoxious. Here's the deal. You'll be watching a Netflix movie, your favorite show, right? The Haunting of Hill House or Ozark.
That's a good one.
I don't. Any other real quick favorite Netflix bingeable shows? Anybody got a quick pick?
Black Mirror.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Black Mirror is a really good one. Yeah.
I haven't gotten into it, and I know I should.
Nah, it's good.
I'm afraid if I start
should.
watching it, I'll like stop. I'll get
just
out of
say that
content
the
creation or
first
something. Like I'll freak out.
The first episode was very, very odd to me, and I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't stop after that one. It was a little too intense for the first one.
Which one was it? Do you remember?
The pig one, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first episode.
Prime Minister or something?
Yes, that thing would turn me off. So I would say if you haven't watched anything,
skip episode 1.
I've
heard that. I would not skip episode 1 though. I liked episode 1.
You did.
Yeah.
Come back to it later when you have your wet whistle.
I've heard that
whistle
before.
wet.
Like skip to season 2 or like episode 2 and try in there. So here's the deal. Here's how Netflix's cool new feature works. And they're testing this for people right now, so not everybody has it. But if you have it, let us know what you think in the comments below. So you're watching your favorite show, right? And you get to some pivotal scene. Something big happens. Your favorite character gets murdered, or like they find the treasure at the end of the thing, or the guy and the girl finally get together and they kiss. And Netflix pops up at the corner of your screen. It says, "Do you want to watch that again?" And you can click it, and it'll go back like 15 seconds so you can watch that crucial moment over.
At least they ask.
They do. But people are saying it's distracting because you're right in the middle of the moment, and then you get a pop-up on your screen asking if you'd like to watch it again. It just pulls you right out of the movie.
Yeah, the Netflix pop-ups, I'm not a, I mean, I guess the only one they really pull off every single time is the skip intro one, which is a handy feature.
Yeah,
but I don't want pop-ups like showing up all the time during whatever it is I'm watching.
I'll follow you with another one, and
I'm just watching VH1. You know what I mean?
Does VH1 have a lot of clout on Netflix? Are they big over there?
I don't know. All I know is VH1 has those
video.
little pop-up video things, and then that's
man, that was a big deal back in the day. The pop-up video, that was great.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what you're
The only other thing that stands out to me on Netflix, and I'm a sucker for this. I watch a lot of movies over there, and they do this thing during like credits. As soon as you hit credits of a show, it'll like minimize the credits to this big, and it'll have a whole screen for an ad that says "Watch this again." And like used to just be it'd roll right into your next thing, but now it's like, well, we're going to show you something else coming up.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say people don't like their experience being like intrusive. I think the charm of the Netflix binge is you can just start it and sit back and just let it go.
Yeah.
One of my least favorite things about Netflix at the end of 3 episodes, they ask me if I'm still watching.
I hate that.
Excuse me. Yeah. How dare you, sir? Yeah, of course I'm still watching.
Are you judging me?
This is my 8th time watching The Office, all right? I'm only on season 3, so give me a break.
And the screen goes black so you can kind of see yourself in the reflection and be like, oh man, I don't need this in my life right now.
Judging myself.
You see the fingerprint smudges on your laptop screen and yourself sitting on a couch eating that second can of Pringles.
It's always a race to me whenever I finish a show. Like if we finish an episode of a show that's say on Hulu, this happens to me a lot. If we're watching episodic television and we're caught up, then it'll try to start something else that it thinks I might like.
Yeah.
So it's always a race to me to be like, no, cancel out of that. I don't want to watch Freakish or whatever it is you're trying to make me watch. Hulu.
Freakish.
Which always seems to be the one that they recommend. I guess they think I'll like it, but no, I'm not into that.
Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it, but I'm just not interested in getting started on something.
Well, maybe you will like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like you want to be the master of your own destiny. If you didn't, you would watch cable.
Yeah,
That's
look,
true.
I came here to watch an episode, and when it's done, I want it to be done. I don't want to watch more stuff.
You bet. Like, let me decide if I want to. If I have opposable thumbs, and wait, which one is this?
Index finger.
The index. I would call it indicator. The index finger. I can press a button if I want to go back.
Hold on, you call it the
me.
indicator finger?
Yeah, the
Okay.
indicator. That's the Portuguese version.
Okay,
So-
that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why I started like going down this route because I was like, darn it, between the pinky and the thumb, I don't know anything else in between. So I was
The
like,
middle finger. I know that one. I won't
middle
show
finger.
just that
How's
one.
this? Is this the engagement ring? How do you call it?
That's
Ring
the
finger.
Ring finger?
Yeah.
Okay,
Ring finger.
got it.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So many differences.
I
Finger
wish
lesson.
Netflix had an option, and I don't see why they can't do this by account, but I guess it's for advertising purposes. I wish they had like a function, a checkbox you could check in the options somewhere. They would just say like, don't ever step on my experience of watching something. Like unless I press a button to get out of it, you don't pop up with anything.
Yeah.
You don't ask me if I'm still watching. You let that roll. And if I fall asleep during season 3 of Bob Ross painting with a twist, then you let it roll to season 7, and that's on me. I can rewind. I can go back.
I'm an adult.
I'm willing to accept the risk of missing my favorite show.
Let me tell you what Netflix is
Because of my
doing that's driving me
rampant
crazy.
incompetence.
I don't know if they're doing it on every platform, but they do it on the Xbox app, where when you're trying to just search through, like you'll just be scrolling through the different categories, and it'll try to roll a trailer after about 3 seconds.
Oh.
Every single time. And I'm like, I just want a quiet browsing experience. I don't want to have to quickly switch it so I don't have to listen to the beginning of a trailer every single time that I'm wanting to do this.
That is I'm very familiar with the Xbox app.
I hate
it's a
it.
very big problem.
I hate it.
Yesterday, I was going to sit down and watch the new Alfonso Cuarón film Roma on Netflix.
I watched that.
Yeah, it's actually, I'm watching it because I'm reviewing it on my movie podcast,
whoa,
Off
listen to
Script,
this.
the home of bold cinema. That you
Shameful
can
plug.
tune in every Monday for new episodes. Last episode of the year tonight, so check that out. Subscribe today. I watched Roma, and before I started watching, I was talking to Christine, and I was just hanging on the Netflix sign-in screen where you pick your account, and she was like, well, go ahead and start it. I said, no. It's like setting off a grenade in your house. Like, as soon as you open Netflix and you sign in, it's sound.
It's
like,
going to barrage
you can't
you with
escape
something.
it.
Yeah.
Unless you're just constantly scrolling, or you switch to search, which you got to go up and press Y. It's a whole thing. I don't want to do it. Like, I just want a quiet browsing experience. Like, I don't
I wish
want
you
to
could just turn that off. Why can't I toggle that off?
Yeah.
Like, don't show me preview.
I guess the mute button is how you toggle that off.
I guess.
That's up to you to decide. And that's Netflix. First world problems, the segment, right?
You bet.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
so
listen
much.
to us.
Doesn't mean they're not problems.
They're starving people in China, and this is us. Coming up next on our next segment of the lunch break, because we have a little bit more time, right? It's not.
We started a little late.
Is it time to get? Are we done? Are we?
Do we have somebody coming in?
No, but
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's do one.
Okay,
more.
let's do
All
one.
right.
You wanna do
One more
'Cause I
segment,
haven't been
yes.
here.
Coming up next, our final segment of the lunch break. SantaCon 2018 happened in Hoboken, New Jersey. I can't tell you how many people got arrested until the next segment, but it's more than you can count on two hands. And we're excited to
There we
talk
go.
about why. So tune in for that. We'll be back with more of the lunch break right after this. Got it. And I was worried about getting a copyright strike from Harper Grace.
That's
what,
worth it.
What was that?
Yes.
What's happening there?
So when I had to pull the video for the Chinese Iron Man, I
Yes.
also just searched Indian Iron Man, and that's what came up. Was a guy who had made his own Iron Man-ish suit, and apparently that thing can lift a ton of weight as well. I couldn't find a video of him doing that.
there's a name for that, right? Like it's kind of like
Like an
something
exosuit.
armor. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for the moment where something was gonna happen.
He danced. He was dancing. I don't know if you
Is that what's
caught that
happening
part.
there?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
dancing.
That was some pretty still dancing.
You bet. I was
He's
like,
in a giant
I
metal
saw,
suit.
Yeah.
I
What do
saw
you want
him
him to
like
do?
Well, I thought
grabbing and doing a lot of
I
things.
thought the
I'm like,
robot was gonna bust a move. I thought he was just, I don't know. I was waiting for like the worm or
Yeah.
something.
Like that beat comes in, you're waiting for something cool to happen.
Yeah.
Real talk for a second. Great outfits, great hair in that group.
and those.
Yeah, all those dudes are
those-
pretty like button-ups and slacks. I was impressed.
Yeah, he was definitely the coolest. Good.
Yeah,
good,
sorry. Yeah, I had to look at something besides
hair
the
and
basically
shades.
motionless robot.
Hey, he
but
walked out there.
He did. He strolled out. I don't know what he was doing with the hand thing, like
It's
trying
like
to
he
get
was
it
trying
to
to
don't
make
really
it
know.
work better.
the claw. Yeah. Hoboken, New Jersey. We're familiar. Has anyone ever been? No.
Isn't that where Sarah
know of
is
it.
from?
Who?
Strackhouse?
Sarah is
Strackhouse?
from
I know
New
she's
Jersey.
from New
but
Jersey. I don't know if
You
it's,
might be right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Give us the scoop.
That makes this story only more fascinating, honestly. Hoboken SantaCon. This is something that happens every year. It's where all the Santas of the nation get together to talk about, of course, the actual Santa, the big man. I mean, that's what they're doing at SantaCon, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
They're comparing notes.
Obviously.
They're compiling lists.
Are they comparing beards?
To send to the North Pole.
Checking them twice.
I honestly, because I've been to a couple conventions in my life. Let me be honest, and yeah, they always sell like merch and swag and stuff. I gotta wonder, SantaCon, you gotta be having like hats and suits and beards and
I
like
imagine there's some
corncob pipes and button noses.
Some like fancy
rent to elf
suits?
services. Yeah.
Mail order reindeers.
Chairs, big chairs you can buy and like
Santa
bits.
swag.
Cameras. I don't know what else a mall Santa would need.
I'll try to look up here what's on
flasks. SantaCon 2018, red letter year for SantaCon. 14 people were arrested in the 3-day convention. The first one was arrested at 1 p.m. on day one, which is just a couple hours after the whole thing got started. Apparently, he was arrested, and they didn't list his name. Mr. Claus, I guess. Chris Kringle. Apparently, he was arrested outside of Biggie's on Newark Street because they wouldn't let him in because he was dressed as Santa, I guess. And he decided to let some local law enforcement know how upset he was that he couldn't get in. And they arrested him. He was the first of 14 arrests. Oh, God, this guy was 22. Can you even play Santa at 22 years old?
I'm sure you can.
A knockoff Santa.
You got to get started somewhere,
This is
right?
his first year at SantaCon.
Maybe this is like the Benjamin Button of
14 people were arrested. 33 summonses issued this year. 429 calls for service. How does that even happen? My God.
I want to point out something on the SantaCon website. It has a list of, it's like an FAQ, I guess.
Okay.
It says, what's it all about? SantaCon is a convention of Santas, and they do it because it's fun. There's a bunch of different questions here, but one of them is, can I get smashed? And it says under here, sure, but if this is what you want to do, we ask that you stay home and don't dress like Santa. Definitely don't show up at SantaCon. SantaCon is fun because Santa is jolly. Santa being drunk and disorderly in public isn't fun for anyone and will get you in trouble. Don't be that Santa. So apparently somebody missed the that guideline on the SantaCon website.
It's worth mentioning 10 local bars were involved in SantaCon this year in Hoboken, right? Down from last year in 2017, there were 30 local bars involved, and there were 17 arrests in 2017. So for what it's worth, win, I guess.
Rowdy.
20 bars ducked, and they only went down 3 arrests. How does that math add up?
That's crazy.
Those are some shady Santas.
For that to be you bet. It's like, what's your goal in life? If it has to be on the FAQs, if they made it to the FAQs, you don't want to get smashed.
Really, this is what I wanted to talk about here, the heart of this Santa segment. Let's deconstruct for a moment, if we will. Let's go on an adventure together and deconstruct the mall Santa. What are we dealing with here? What kind of person is wearing that beard? Because odds are, I mean, we like to think it's a jolly old neighbor or somebody down the street whose kids have moved out or maybe went to college, and he's older now, and his kids have kids, and he just wants somebody to hang out with over the holidays. And he's like, you know what, I want to give back. He's a volunteer. He's a philanthropist, this Santa. He wants to get together with people, all right? The joys of kids and kin, and have kids sit on his leg and hear what they want to get. And, like, it warms his heart, warms his soul, all right? He gives back to the community by giving to us his time and his energy, being Santa, right? He grows out a whole beard for it. It's great. That's what we like to think. That's probably not who's Mall Santa, right? Mall Santa's...
Wait.
Go ahead.
Be careful what you say next, because Matthew over here, he was Santa once.
I was never a mall Santa.
Never a mall Santa.
Never for children.
Right.
And
I should clarify.
Sorry.
There are department store Santas. There are pet store Santas. All right, so I don't want to just say mall Santas, but I got to imagine like the age-old tradition of like the friendly old man like coming in and being like, hey, I want to be Santa Claus. Like, probably isn't going so hot anymore because I'm sure they got to pay wages, right? Because workers' comp or something like that guy. That guy gets a cramp. Yeah, he's gonna sue the store for billions and take the whole thing.
But I feel like you have levels of Santa. You have like Macy's Day Parade Santa, which is like the king of king Santas.
Right.
And then you have like Billy Bob Thornton's Bad Santa and like the Sketch Mall in Arizona.
Did you see Miracle on 34th Street? It came out like 15 years ago, and Santa got iced for some other creep in that movie, and that was way back then. Yeah.
But that guy guy wasn't a creep. That was actual Santa. Oh, you're talking about when? Never mind. There's many plots.
You remember the
in that
guy who like
movie.
kneecaps him or whatever? Oh, he
Yes.
doesn't kneecap him. He gets Santa to. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
The point is, Mara Wilson's great in it. My point is that like I would imagine there's got to be some competition in the Santa Claus sphere, right? There's got to be people who are coming in for lower pay. They're hiring those hot college graduates that are just coming out and don't know any better. They're probably getting them to intern now. I'm sure that's a thing. Some guy who played an elf last year who just wants to graduate, a 22-year-old who's getting arrested in Hoboken for being a Santa. I feel like the people who are playing Santa now probably play into the stereotype, which is they might be drinking on the job, they're showing up late, they're kind of grumpy, they don't want to talk to kids. They're not being good Santas.
I mean, I imagine it's all up to the venue, right? Like the North Park Santa isn't pulling that. Like the North Park Santa's doing his gig.
You think?
He's an old man with a beard.
I have friends that have gone there for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
To the same Santa. That's their childhood Santa.
Yeah, people are real
there's
particular.
those.
Yeah.
Like, do you have like a childhood Santa?
I remember
Stonebriar Santa is legit. Like it looks like the real Santa
Yeah.
that you would see at the North Pole.
Actually
Legit.
grows the beard out. That's a big part of it. Yeah.
I mean, rosy cheeks. I love it.
Oh.
Nice guy?
I wouldn't know. I'm always too afraid. He intimidates me. He's too Santa.
Okay, well,
Then he's not the real
that nice.
Santa.
He's too Santa, right? The man goes too far. Yeah, I was just hearing the other day. We had a guest in on another show, and she mentioned, I think out in Capel, they had a department store Santa out there that just passed away. People were like super upset. They were like posting things on Facebook. The guy was Santa for like 30 years or something. Yeah, people like bringing their kids to be the same Santa that they were. It's like it's a whole thing. There's a lot to the Santa Claus thing, and it bums me out to see that the kind of people going to SantaCon in Hoboken are a bunch of layabouts. Yeah, bunch of hooligans. That's right.
If you're in the
Hoods.
area, in this area, and you'd like to go get yourself arrested as Santa Claus, SantaCon McKinney is coming this weekend.
Is it really?
Saturday, December 22nd.
Yeah.
We always find out about these things too late. I wonder if we get somebody for like the Friday show. SantaCon representative out there. Like, what do you think about? Obviously, we can't ask about this story. Who am I kidding? We can't be like, did you hear about what happened in Hoboken at that SantaCon? Like, of course, we
I
can't
know
do
a
that.
Santa. I know a guy who plays a Santa.
Do you really?
That would possibly come on our show.
How old is he?
He's older. His name is Mike Cravens, and he is, I want to say, like, I'm sorry, 50s or 60s. Yeah, he's a legit Santa.
Okay. How do you?
Theater.
How do you know a legit Santa? Come on.
Theater.
Theater. What theater?
I used to do community theater for like 5 years in Plano.
Okay.
I will not.
What does he do for the rest of the year?
Say
I mean, I
that.
assume he's doing
right, of
other
course.
stuff.
That's
But like, what kind of parts is the
honestly
the Santa getting?
Real talk.
He has this. Okay, so like, if you are a performer and you want to get gigs, you can go on Gig Salad, and you can create your own account.
Gig Salad.
It's called Gig
Hold
Salad.
on, I'm looking that up right now. Excuse me while I look up
It
Gig
looks a legit
Salad.
thing.
Yeah.
And you have your own profile, and people will come and they'll book you for parties or they'll book you for like corporate events, and that's how he started being a Santa. Was on Gig Salad.
Oh, well, this is perfect. Now I can see gigsalad.com. Now I can see what kind of Santas are around.
Yeah.
'Tis the season for hot Santas, right? Who am I
Find you a
kidding?
Santa.
Let's see, Santa.
If you look also, my
Santa
comic
Claus.
shirt's on there.
Santa Claus
I
is
know.
near you. Oh, an FAQ about hiring Santa Claus. This is perfect. How much do Santa Claus performers usually charge? Generally costing $150 to $300 an hour. Oh my God!
An hour?
That's pretty rough. I was never paid that.
Dude, see, this is what I was talking about. Like, I assume people are doing it out of the kindness of their hearts for like the warmth of the holidays, Yuletide greetings, seasons, carols. Like, no,
He's the season to make
it's
money.
totally a sham. Do Santa Claus
dollar bills.
Do Santa Claus performers have a real beard? Some Santa Claus performers do, others don't. Okay, well that's. Do they bring their own costume? That's good to know. So these are people who are like invested. You got to buy your own suit.
Yeah.
You got to have it.
Gotta be
Like,
in it.
It's like a cosplayer. Really.
Oh, it's
Who am I
super
kidding?
invested. Like they have the legit. I'm gonna find a picture of my friend.
Whoa. Do I need a? This can't be right.
What?
This Gig Salad thing must be a sham. Do I need a criminal records check to be a Santa performer? No. Santa
What?
Claus performers are not required to have a criminal records check.
Oof.
What?
I mean, I bet
That's
if you
a little
wanted
scary.
to, you could.
But you're gonna be around
If I was
children.
hiring a Santa,
Here you go.
I'd be
Yeah.
going criminal records
Oh,
check.
he looks
He's
legit.
a legit
Oh, that's good.
Santa.
That's great.
Hold that up.
He's definitely legit Santa.
Okay, I'm into that. Sure. How much do you think he charges?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Look at
you're
that.
not kidding.
Can I? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
How about that guy?
I know he'll do it for free if it's like special needs kids and things like that. He likes to go out and just give back to the community. in
great.
that
What is
aspect.
his name?
Mike Cravens.
Where can people find him?
Facebook.
There you go. The internet.
Get you a Santa.
The
Maybe you've
internet.
heard of it.
You
Yeah.
can go on Gig Salad. I know you can find Mike Cravens on Gig
Santa
Salad.
Claus is on Gig
Wow.
Salad. Wow. Color me impressed. Gig Salad.
The things you learn on a Monday.
Oh, gosh. Well, we should probably wrap up, gang. It's been real and it's been fun. We've learned a lot about each other, but more importantly, we've learned a lot about ourselves. So thanks for sticking around. Don't laugh at that. That's not... This has been the lunch break, I guess. I'm going to run Nuff Said, the song.
It's a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Because enough has been said. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. You should check out Jessica Spawn at InstaCapMom, right, on Instagram. You should check out Harper Grace XO on Spotify. Check out Mall Santas at gigsalad.com. I'm your host, Zach Lewis, with Anna Xavier.
Goodbye, everybody.
Christina Romero.
Tina.
Matt on the mic, Matt Stoker.
Yeah, what up?
And this has been the lunch break. Thanks for listening, gang. We're out.